Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new, thank you for joining me. Well, thank you for joining me either which way. I didn't know on my last video that we were going to get a hurricane coming through that rocked our world. I'm going to show you my makes first, and then after I'm done with that, if you don't want to watch anymore, then that's fine with me. It's going to be a short video anyway because I want to go ahead. We finally got power back today, so I need to go ahead and get this uploaded, get this made and uploaded. So that's where we're at. Now, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. There was a lot of things that I wanted to get done, but you have to have power for the things that I wanted to get done. It's a new situation that I've got, and I wanted to surprise y'all with it. Well, that's not going to happen for this video. Hopefully it will be for the next. But y'all had came back with such good suggestions and everything on the market bags. Well, this one I had already been making before I heard back from y'all about the 5 rows. Now, the top is Lily Sugar and Cream. It's Daisy Ombre. And then the mesh part is Made in America Yarns. I think it's called Bright Purple. Isn't that beautiful? It is the contrast colors on the color wheel, yellow and purple. Now, I know in my last video I had said that I was going to make, just reverse things of each one. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I do a yellow and white bag with the purple handle? Now, from here on out, I will be making my bags with the 5 rows instead of the 3 and 4 rows. I do like how it looks, and y'all came back with a resounding yes. The wider straps looks better. So, give me your opinion on this too. I told y'all, I love getting y'all's feedback. White and yellow bag with purple stripe or straps and all, right? So, you tell me what you think. Now, I showed y'all sorry, my words aren't coming. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. Let me see. Okay, 4:45. So my brain's, yes, I was excited that we finally got power, but my brain still hasn't, came down from that. But anyway, the last video I had shown y'all, not this past video, the one before that, my Arcane Fiberworks yarn. Now, I have it caked up and I'm ready to cast on some socks. I'm going to do I think the first one I'm going to do is the Turquoise Treasures, because I've been itching to get my hands into that one. And I really want to see how pretty that works up. But first I had to, y'all know, okay, if you've been watching me for a minute, you know that I don't like to have multiple projects going with, like, I only want one knit and whip at a time, unless it's an on-the-go pair of socks. And then I only want one crochet project going at one time, which right now with me making these, it's not very hard to have just one crochet project on the go, or a work in progress. But, oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, so the socks, I had to finish up my on-the-go socks, the ones that I just took everywhere. And I did that in the last few days, without power. But it was kind of tricky because it's black yarn, and yeah, there's colors in it, but I had to make sure that I was outside or at my window, somewhere to where I had a lot of natural light, because it was hard. I couldn't work on it in the evenings at all, and that's mainly my crochet and my knitting time, because our days have been. I'll talk about that in a minute. Sorry. So anyway, I had to get these socks off the hook. Now, when the storm hit, I was only, I think, about this far. See, these are the socks. I'll do the cuff, and then I'll save the stockinette part for, either being on the road or being at my husband's doctor's appointments or whatnot. It's just easy, non-thinking knitting, right? So when the storm hit, I had already had a plan in my mind that I wanted to get them wrapped up so I could start the Arcane Fiberworks yarn in the socks. So I had already had it, mentally, okay, you need to get these finished and get these wrapped up. And then the storm hit, and I was busy. Yeah, okay. So there was a lot of things going on, but I did get them done. I got both of them finished. Oh, actually, I showed you the wrong sock. It was this sock that I was working on. And the reason I know it is because they're not exactly twins. They're kind of fraternal twins. But they're close enough to where these will mainly be in the wintertime socks anyway. Not because, I mean, I wear my hand knit socks year round, but because of their color, I really don't wear black in the summer. The only time I really wear black in the summer, it might be every once in a while when I have my Georgia Bulldog top on, because I have so many different ones, but I have like 3 black ones. Most of them are just red, but I have 3 black ones. Um, and I might, let's see, but I have Georgia socks that I knit for those that I can wear with those. So these will be basically wintertime socks. And they'll be under the cuff of my jeans. I mean, they'll be under my jeans. So it won't bother me that bad, I don't think. But this was, I used 2 balls of this. Now, each one, this was Patton's Croy socks in the colorway Magic Stripes. And y'all know me, I like to keep my stripes socks so that I can just do a plain vanilla sock and let the yarn do the work. But this one was a clearance one that I got back, I want to say, about 4 years ago at Hobby Lobby. Um, yeah, I think it was about 4 years ago, maybe. I don't know. I paid $2.24 per ball, and so these socks cost me about $4.50. Woohoo! Not much at all. But anyway, I like them. It's a good thick fabric. I think I said that right. Patons, Patons. Now this, normally I can make one ball, 150-gram ball, make two socks. But these only had 166 yards on them. I'm not really sure why. Normally, I can knit one up and boom, be done. But not with this one. And it's classified as a number 1 super fine, but it sure feels thicker. I mean, I'll even show you. Oops, hold on. I'll even show you. I mean, that's a pretty honking thick one. So, and I knit it up on my little 9-inch circulars, my 2.75 millimeters, but it's definitely a dense fabric. You know, it's pretty thick, but or but I like them. I didn't think they would come out like this, but I like how they turned out. You know, they're cute. I can deal. I can deal with those. You can kind of see that they're similar, but they're not exact, right? But I love to knit socks, so I don't mind. Um, and by the thing about this is each stripe was basically 3 rows, so I didn't even really have to have my stitch markers to count my rows. You know, I just said okay. See, because I do 45. I do 11 for the cuff, and then 45 before I split for my heel. And this is just a short row, no wrap, no turn heel. Um, and then I do 58 for the foot before I start decreasing for my toes. And then I just Kitchener stitch them together. Easy peasy. And in fact, I think the very first socks I ever made was with worsted weight yarn. And I think the pattern was called Easy Peasy. I have to look that up and let you know next time. But it was it was nice to get them off my needles. Um, and I finished them up last night right before dark. So I had planned on casting on my other socks with the turquoise treasures from Arcane Fiberworks today. But things got all kind of jumbled up, and you know, it is what it is, right? I didn't get them cast on yet, but that's coming, especially now that we have power. So that's all the yarn content for the moment. Um, Now I'm going to talk about the storm. When I was on here, when I recorded my last video, it was the day before Helene hit. And I was like, you know, it's so soothing, and I love the fact that it's a yucky day and I can play hooky from any outside chores and all this other fun stuff. But I was taking the hurricane too lightly because, for one, she wasn't even supposed to come this way, right? She was supposed to head toward Alabama, and they projected that, you know, she would lose momentum after she hit land. Well, our past hurricanes basically just messed me up as far as what to expect, because mostly out here we get a little bit of wind and a lot of rain, and that's it. You know, there's nothing. Very rarely do we ever get a power line down. Very, very rarely. And that's probably only if some idiot hydroplanes in the water and hits a pole. So it's not even like we were expecting anything that she had in store for us. Well, she did. She fooled everybody. Not only did she not weaken, but she didn't go the path that they projected her to go. So, unbeknownst to me when I recorded that video, um, it was gonna get a little hairy. When that night she come through this area that night, Now, all day, the day before, she just pushed so much rain ahead of her that, remember I told y'all that I had a leak? Well, yeah, but a little bucket, and I thought I was golden, and didn't think anything about it. Went to bed, got woke up in the middle of the night. She had arrived full force, and the winds was horrible. We lost power. I want to say about 4:30, 4 or 4:30 that morning, which was Friday morning. And let me just say this first before I even describe the crap that we experienced. But so many people had it so much worse than me. All of my family's safe. Some people out there lost loved ones, and my heart hurts for them because it's bad enough to lose anybody in a hurricane or a natural disaster, or to lose them, period. But to lose them like that, it's just horrible. Um, a lot of people lost their life. A lot of people lost their homes, their cars, their pets. We came through without any loss of life, and I am so grateful for that. My whole family, I was calling, checking, making sure everybody was okay Friday morning when the sun come up. Actually, I was doing it before the sun come up. We had some property damage. We have a ton of trees down, and it's going to take time to get all those cleaned up. But both of my sons have a chainsaw. I have a chainsaw. We will get it done. Uh, it's I will not be unprepared for a hurricane ever again. I can tell you that. Now, Friday morning, about 7ish or so, I told my son, he's like, Mom, what is that noise? And I said, I haven't heard that since Congaree, which is, you know, our old house that burnt down. And it was a tornado. Now, the tornado bounced, it did, it it took out, it and a tree took out my shed, or it landed the tree on my shed. Um, I have a humongous root ball that's taller than me, and if I think about it, I'll put a picture up. But I mean, it wasn't the only tree that was pulled up by its roots. I have a ton of trees that are snapped in half. Huge trees. Some of them, about 6 or 7 of them, just the whole root ball come out of the ground. And about, probably, I want to say, an hour or so after that, my son said, "Oh my God, what was that?" Or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly, but I walk in the kitchen and the ceiling of my kitchen had just collapsed in the floor. Because remember that leak I told you I had? Yep. It took the whole section of one part of my kitchen down. And we got to fix that. Well, we hardly have any shingles left on the back side of our house because it was moving this way. So the whole back side of my house has to be reshingled. We're going to have to reshingle the whole thing. And that's going to have to come out of our pocket because we don't have homeowners insurance. But none of this is covered, so it is what it is. I did hear about FEMA helping us out, possibly with, the food spoilage and everything, because we were out of power for 5 days. Now, we had my husband's grill and propane and all to be able to cook so that some of the food didn't get spoiled and wasted, but a lot of it did. Um, And maybe FEMA will help with that. It's a few $100. It could have been a lot worse. You know, when we've lost power before, we've lost about $1,000 on average each time, because I have my regular fridge and freezer, and then I have a stand-up humongous. Well, I say it's humongous. To me, it's humongous. It's like a 19 cubic feet freezer. Um, so I normally keep it well stocked. Uh, but I appreciate the fact that these things are minor. They don't feel minor, but when I compare them to everything else that's going on around us, now there's parts of Augusta that hasn't gotten power yet. Now, I think we in Aiken, I think we were the last ones to get power, because I think they have Aiken pretty much done and open, maybe. Um, but Augusta, there's still a lot of homes without power, because there's a lot of trees down. And when I say, I think they said we had six. I think my husband said the other day there were six confirmed tornadoes, but I swear there was more. I saw a news report on my phone. I'm willing to say it was about double that, but that might have been only here in Aiken, because I know that we went to Augusta, because the on the last video I told you my niece was moving. We moved her, you know. We ended up moving her Saturday, and um, the tree devastation, and the lines, all the power lines that were trapped up under trees, or just laid out in the road, or you know hanging down from the things crossing the road. It was just horrible. And there's so many people that has it so much worse than us, and my heart goes out to them. It really does. But I'm thankful and I'm blessed that we came away from this, even being as unprepared as we were. We got lucky. We really did. Um, and keep our area, North Carolina. I mean, I-40. There's lanes of I-40 completely gone, just annihilated. There's towns that are gone. You know, so keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers, if you don't mind. If you don't pray, you know, just keep them in your thoughts, please. And if you're near that area and you know anybody needing help, reach out. Maybe we can help. I don't know. I'm just As soon as my power came on today, I jumped in the shower, because I've been washing, bits and pieces. You know what I mean? But oh, my hair, it's clean. It feels so good. I wa- I took a shower. I put a load of clothes in the washer. I put my sheets in the washer. Um, and we cut the ACs on and everything, which thankfully today wasn't bad. It's been a little toasty. And sleeping is really rough when you don't have any um, AC or anything. But I'm glad to have power, because I think I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. I hope. Anyway, I just wanted to come in, and I'm sorry I only had two makes to show y'all today. The thing, we were so busy trying to function, that there wasn't a whole lot of time for knitting and crochet. But now I can crochet at night while um, sorry, I know I told y'all my brain is just too late in the day while I stream some shows or something. Because my husband and I are watching Tulsa King and oh, what's the other one? Hold on, give me a second. I can't remember. There was another one, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and see about doing something for dinner. But I hope y'all have a great one, and I will have more finished makes on the next video. And I hope to have that project that I wanted to show y'all. I hope to have it finished. So cross your fingers for me, because we do have to reshingle the roof, and we do have to fix our kitchen ceiling. So those do have to be done. And since we're going to have to do this ourselves, I'm hoping that when my sons are off work this weekend, now that we can go by Lowe's or Home Depot and get the tar paper and the shingles and everything, and the what's the stuff called? Sheetrock for the ceiling. I hope to get that done this weekend. So y'all have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. And I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.